Hey everyone and welcome back. So not only is today Black Friday, but today is also the last Friday of the month, which means Arrow has announced their February releases. And there are some good titles here, including one I'm super excited for, but I have to admit, I'm not sure where I'm going to go with it, but I'll get to that in just a moment. So first up, they did officially announce the release of Don't Go in the House, which is coming to the UK. Now, in the US, of course, that is coming out through Severin, and that is a joint venture on that release between Arrow and Severin. So I think they're technically both pretty much the same releases, just obviously Severin's releasing it in the US and Arrow has it for the UK. And it's going to have two versions. It's going to be a standard version, which you can get anywhere. And there's also one that comes with this exclusive slipcover, which you can get directly from Arrow, which looks very cool. It's like an old VHS cover. Next up, coming for both the UK and the US, is the movie Deadly Games from 1982. And that is getting a new transfer from the original negative. And that is also going to have two different options for you. It's going to be sort of the standard release, which you can order from most places, and then there'll be an exclusive that'll have a specific slipcover, which you can order from, let's see, get this right. So it's going to be exclusive to the Arrow store in the UK, but in the US it'll be exclusive to Arrow, their US store, Diabolic DVD, Grindhouse Video, or Zavi. Next one is actually a box set that is coming for both the UK and the US, and that is the movie Lies and Deceit, or the box set Lies and Deceit rather, and it's showcasing filmmaker, let's see if I can get his name right, Claude Chabrol, a French filmmaker who I've heard of loosely, but I've actually never seen any. I don't think I've seen any of his films anyway, even though I do like a lot of like the French, especially like the French New Wave stuff. But this box set is going to have 5 of his films, including, let's see if I can pronounce these titles correctly too, Cap ou Vin, and the sequel to that one, Inspector Lavardin, Madame Bovary, as well as the movie Betty, and then finally the film Torment. This is a limited edition box set. Again, this is going to be in both regions. And then finally, the big one, at least for me, is they're finally doing Dario Argento's Phenomena in 4K. This is an interesting one because this is coming for the UK only, but there is going to be a US release. I'll get to that in just a moment. But as far as this release goes, there's going to be 3 different versions of it. It's going to be the same, but there's going to be sort of 3 different boxes that you can choose from. But it's going to have a new 4K transfer of 3 different versions of the film, including the 116-minute Italian cut, the 110-minute international English dub cut, as well as the 83-minute Creepers cut that was released here in the US. So there are going to be 3 versions that you can choose from. There'll be this sort of more, now these are limited editions, but there will be a standard edition down the road. But there's going to be sort of the regular limited edition, which you can see here has new artwork, sort of reminiscent of the Italian poster artwork, which I absolutely love. But then they will have one that actually does have the Italian artwork on it, which I really, really love. But they're also going to have this alternate one, which I believe is an Arrow store exclusive with the Creepers title, which is also very cool. Now, this is a UK only release, but obviously 4K releases are region free. Now, so I'll get to the US version in just a moment. So just as a heads up, so that is all of Arrow's releases set for this coming February. As far as Phenomena goes, so Synapse has announced that they are also working with Arrow, so it's nice to know that the 2 companies are working together on releasing this in the States. So there will be a US release through Synapse of Phenomena coming a little bit later. They're thinking maybe March or so. As you can see here, their version is going to be very similar to the Arrow version too. It looks like it's even going to be in a slightly similar case as well. You know, it's sort of, I believe the harder outer box as well, and then is the film and all the extras on the inside. And as you can see, it has also its own exclusive artwork. So if you're in the US, you don't want to import the Arrow one, definitely just hold out for the Synapse one, which will be coming probably a month or so after the Arrow one. And the 2 releases do kind of seem pretty much almost identical. But getting back to Arrow real quick, they did announce that they're going to be releasing An American Werewolf in London in 4K next year. They did sort of showcase this little deluxe set that you can pre-order right now, but officially this has not been set yet. I don't even think this even has a release date yet. So I don't know if this could be March, April maybe of next year. But there is this Zavi exclusive where you can pre-order it with this transforming werewolf hand, which is actually I think is really cool because again, American Werewolf is one of my actually my favorite werewolf film. Now there is going to be alternate versions. There's going to be standard release and all that kind of stuff. So there's no need to. This is not going to be the only version of it. They're just sort of teasing this for what is coming next year. But I'm so excited that they are going to release it in 4K. I do have the turbine release of An American Werewolf in 4K, and it's okay. The transfer is just a little dark and a little bit muted. I actually think in a lot of ways, the Arrow transfer on their Blu-ray is fantastic. So the fact that transfer, their Blu-ray transfer, which was done in 4K, is going to actually be in 4K is fantastic news. I cannot wait to get that release. But again, there'll be a full announcement coming probably in the next, couple months, depending on when that is coming next year. But it is coming, so that's definitely great news. And then getting back to Synapse, something interesting has happened, which has a lot of us kind of like scratching our heads and don't know any of the behind-the-scenes details, but I would be really interested to find out. And that is the fact that Vinegar Syndrome announced in their release, their subscription details for next year, which I did renew for one more year, even though, yes, it is very, very pricey, but it looks like they have a lot of great stuff coming, including a 4K release of the movie Thriller, A Cruel Picture, aka they call her One Eye, is what it was called here in the States. Now, the reason why that's interesting, of course, is that Synapse announced that for a Blu-ray that's coming, I think, in March. Vinegar Syndrome's 4K right now is slated for May. So I don't know what's going on here. As you can see here from their subscription description, try saying that 10 times, it says, "We're up in our game in May and November, promising to bring you our best sales month lineups yet, packed with crucial films such as the notorious cult classic Thriller, A Cruel Picture, which we will be presenting in its worldwide 4K UHD and Blu-ray debut under exclusive license from Christopher Vabenius, and an extras loaded edition featuring a brand new Vinegar Syndrome produced 4K restoration from its 16mm original camera negative." Now, some of the stuff I was seeing is that people were thinking that the Synapse one may be from a very old master that's going to be on their Blu-ray. Well, Vinegar Syndrome is going to have a brand new transfer, but the interesting thing here is like, I don't know how that means for rights. Like, is there a screw up somewhere? And let's face it, I think for a lot of us, the Vinegar Syndrome one definitely, especially for the 4K release alone, is worth waiting for. So I'm like, I don't know. Don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to wait to see who says what, but that's something that could be quite interesting. I'll definitely be keeping an eye on what's going on there. So I just want to get to this sort of news update for today. Hope you guys are having some luck on some of these Black Friday deals. Let me know your thoughts, and as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.